Welcome to the final episode of the JPEG files. This is probably the weakest thread that Fettuccini dropped. So he compiled day 3 and 4 because he was getting a bunch of hate, yada yada yada. Let me make myself a little bit smaller and let's get into it. The issues that are covered: centralization, lack of security, lack of support for the community. So, right here, this is honestly the worst part of this thread. Their cost of minting is predatorily low. He mentions we have some good minting services already, and he says JPEG uses their fees and like venture capitalist branch Catalyst to push costs down, yada 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 yada. I don't give a shit about that, to be honest. The lowest these services could go is around 8%. So if you don't know, the services up above charge between 8 to 12%, depending on the package you go with. JPEG charges 5%. Okay? So what I'm hearing is you don't like competition. First off, nobody uses the JPEG minting service except for pretty much people on their launchpad. I have never minted a project that has used JPEG's minting. I do not like the way they mint. It's weird to do it on the marketplace itself. I personally like the separate website. So like when Anvil does it, I like it like that. Even address mints, I'd prefer over minting on JPEG. And lots of the projects that are part of their launchpad don't really do all that well. I know quite a few that aren't very successful. And to say this here, it's also a lot harder for an NFT project to succeed without access to their launchpad is like straight up cap. I think that's stupid. This point here, nonsense. I don't know why he even brought it up. It's just giving people options. The other services are better, so projects tend to go with those. If they want to go with JPEG, go for it. If you want to save the freaking 5%, I mean, at the end of the day, the minting experience matters a lot. It really does. Anyways, we move on from here. Limiting API access to community created platforms. They make it extremely difficult or impossible for specific groups to use any of the data they collect if it doesn't serve their purpose. I'll let the various groups speak on that if they choose. It's their data. They don't have to give it to anybody. It would be nice if they did and they made it easier for people to access, but if they don't want to, I mean, that's their prerogative. Number 3, did you know you could create a mock JPEG using their smart contract and fully omit royalties? It would also throw a wrench in data aggregator stats because the transactions would be indistinguishable from proper ones. A point of failure within their team could allow for a developer to list a high value asset and get the full amount from the sale and omit royalties. Might not seem like much on a small scale, but on a 100,000K plus sale at 7.5% royalties, a single move makes them an extra 7,500 and takes away from the project. Is this legit though? Like, do they actually do that? That's a dick move if they do. This is my first time hearing it. Attempting to acquire community created services, stipulating that they can't be used for uses outside of JPEG. That's business. Businesses acquire smaller businesses or competitors all the time. Right here, he mentions that they're stifling innovation. 5, refusing to sponsor CNFTCon's after party and sponsor CNFTCon period due to lack of a return on investment. I mean, they make so much money off of everybody there, right? I think they should be helping in some sort of way. I mean, they were giving away free merch and stuff. Costs money to make merch. I don't know. You weigh the pros and cons. It's up to you to decide whether that's a dick move or not. Would be nice if they did sponsor it, but guess they didn't, so it is what it is. Commingling of personal and business funds, accidentally receiving royalties. This was exposed a while ago, if I recall. I forgot the reason why this was happening according to them, but I think it was coming from a project that had 0 royalties, if I remember correctly. You guys can correct me down in the comments if you like. 7, issues of where their initial smart contract came from. I'll let the affected party choose. Lack of audit or peer review before launching. Security is not priority. Lack of innovation. No auctions. No collection offers. No auto support for on-chain NFTs. No SIP68 acceptance. I don't actually know what that is, so let me know if you know. I'm not a techie, in case you guys didn't know that. No Arweave support for the actual marketplace before branching into the minting and launchpad. 10. Attempt to centralize listings and purchases with the guise of protecting royalties, making JPEG have to sign off on any transaction that was made that would have made it possible to block an aggregator from listing off of their site. Lack of accounting after a year admitted when the royalty issue happened. Yada, yada, yada. Most of this could be solved by creating a standard cross-marketplace listing smart contract. That is what Floralist is trying to do. So if you list on one platform, it's listed on all platforms. You choose where you list. You choose where you buy. Yeah, I want to know what everybody's thoughts are on this. I mean, the first point was so fucking stupid, I probably just disregarded the rest of the thread. Like, damn, that reaching. Number one, you're reaching really hard. And some things, it's just like, okay. Like, okay, it's currently their data. They don't necessarily have to share it. CNFT tools charges everybody that uses their data and information, and they don't let everybody use it. Final thoughts. This thread was like not it at all. I don't really like it. I'm still going to be using JPEG. I'm not going to be using Plutus. It's I don't know. This is just, it leaves a very bad taste in my mouth. Because this could have been done in like a single video instead of doing all these threads. Like, he was making individual points right here. It's like 1, then 2, then 3, then whatever. And if you like just look at each point, it's just they're kind of weak. But yeah, those are just my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I'll catch you all in the next episode if Blake ever makes a response. I'll keep you guys up to date with that. Anyways, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. We got you with the videos.